What's up YouTube? It's your boy Shaggy Steve bringing you a quick interchange money making guide that's very simple for new or experienced Tarkov players. Now with your PMC you want to make sure you got a decent sized backpack equipped, as you will come across a lot of loot in this run. Select interchange. This can be done during the day or night, really makes no difference, but for this guide we're going to do it during the day just to show the stash locations. Make sure your gear's insured, click ready, and let's jump straight into this guide. Now we got lucky, we spawned on the railway side of this run. Now you want to make sure you check your left and right because PMCs do spawn on both sides of where you just spawned. And up ahead is our very first stash location. Now under the bridge you are going to need to crouch, and you need to make sure you do this relatively quickly because once again players generally do run towards this stash at the very start of a raid. Now once you've completed looting it, make sure once again you check your surroundings just to ensure no one's running towards you. You want to run up ahead, cross the road, and head to that building on the left hand side in the bush here. Now I position myself in the bushes early on just to be safe, just to make sure there's no PMCs scouting from a distance. This is the second stash. Again, once you've completed looting it, you want to run into the go-kart section. And in the go-kart section is going to be your third stash. This is a ground stash, so it sounds like wood when you stand on it. Again, position yourself in the bushes, just in case there are PMCs running into the interchange shopping center. Now, once you've completed looting this, just check your surroundings once again, and you want to hug the outside of the map. So we're going to turn around here. We're going to sprint outside of the go-kart section. And again, the best thing about this guide is you generally hug the outskirts of the interchange map, which means running into other players is unlikely, as most people run inside interchange for PvP battles and other loot that you can get inside, as well as quests and tasks. Now for this task, I was actually doing the killing 25 scavs task, which is why I actually ran this way, hoping that I'd come across scavs at the power plant, which in this example I actually did. I came across 3. So again, make sure you approach with caution, as scavs do spawn at the beginning here. I thought there was only 2, so I killed both of those. Made sure I checked my surroundings because I did just make a lot of noise. My gun doesn't have a silencer. And funnily enough, there was actually a third scav. So I quickly ran behind the truck over here. He's going to run to the right, take him out quickly. And again, not only do you get stashes in this guide, you also will come across some scavs, which is, they have the potential to have keys, grenades, meds, guns, everything on their person. The next stash is just down the bottom here in the corner behind the bush. Again, just be alert. If you're going to kill scavs, players can hear the gunfire. They might run towards you. But at this stage, most PMCs are probably inside the actual store of interchange, so the likelihood of them coming out to the factory is fairly unlikely. I'm going to quickly loot these scavs, and we're going to run to the next location. I actually found a PK06 on that kettle, which was good. It was a good sight upgrade for my AK. It's also a bit of money if you do want to sell it, but I keep them. Now, those buildings I just ran past on the right, they are lootable. I didn't do it for this run, but definitely loot them if you are doing this run. Now, this ground stash right here, this is just behind the blue fence. At this stage in the raid, if this isn't looted, the PMCs have probably spawned at the factory and they've just ran straight into the store. So you should be relatively safe. Again, make sure you're hugging the outside of the map. The reason being for this is obviously players aren't going to spawn to your left. There's a massive wall there. You just have to be aware to your right and behind and in front. Now, along your journey here, on top of these tanks, there are items that spawn. I've come across fuel, all kinds of bits and pieces. So make sure you're keeping an eye out. Again, hugging the outside of the map, we want to jump over this bent over fence. Check to your left. Sometimes there is a person hiding there, but this early in the raid, very unlikely. Now, our next stash point is actually on this rubble of rocks here. Now, this is the Emacom exit. If you're inexperienced, it's probably worth looting that if it's lootable and then extracting out. Alternatively, if you start at Emacom and you're around to the railway side, then you can extract on that side as well. Now, if you've got a little bit of experience and you're pretty confident in taking out scavs and PMCs, you can continue along this wall here up to the campsite ahead, where there'll be 2 more stash locations. Now, the first stash here is just behind the tent in the floor. It was looted in this run through, which is very likely given that the PMC does spawn in this location. And just over here to the right, just inside the bush, there's a ground stash just here you can loot as well. Once you've looted these two locations, make sure you're sticking to the outskirts of the map. Don't hug the wall. Make sure you're running just a little bit down of the wall, because if you're hugging the wall, people can actually see you and take you out. So I navigate my way through the bushes, continually checking to my right just to make sure there's no other PMCs overlooking. And the next stash location is just up ahead right here. You'll see it right there in the grass. Again, this one was looted, so it looks like a PMC might have spawned here and they ran to the left because the next few upcoming stashes were already looted also. Now, there's a backpack there you can check. Once you've done that, move up into the grass section just here, and you'll have your next stash location, which is right here. Once you've looted that, once again, stick to the outskirts of the map, and you want to run all the way up to the highway. And just before the highway in the bushes here, there's going to be a little can stash. And when you look up, you'll see the shop signs directly in front of us. The next stash location is going to be right next to that sign. Now, I drank some juice here that I found just to keep the hydration levels up. Run over the road, jump the fence here, jump the next fence, and just next to this one single tree, you'll find the next stash can on the floor. Once again, looted for this run, but quite often it's not looted. Once you're done, you need to be careful in this next section, because on the highway, there are scavs that do spawn here. At this stage of the raid, there are PMCs still out this way doing quests. So just keep your head on a swivel. The next stash location is just here. Once again, this one was looted. And we're actually going to move up into the highway. Once again, stay alert. There are going to be scavs. There might be player scavs. There might even be PMCs. As this truck right in front of us, you do need to mark this truck for a quest. On this guide, I didn't come across any PMCs or scavs, which was good. Make sure you're looting along the way, checking all of your corners. And we want to run up towards the railway exfil. Now, once you're up in this grassy area here, you'll see a big rock to your right. The next ground stash is just to the left of that in the grass. This one was looted for this playthrough, but that's okay. You want to turn right, and you want to sprint towards the next tin stash. So as you run up through the bushes here, you'll actually see 3 trees. I normally struggle to find this one. For this video, I didn't actually struggle. It's right here. Again, it's already looted. Now, there are 3 more stashes left. I actually only did 2 in this run through. I'll leave a guide in the description channel below so you can actually see where it is. Now, this one's obviously been looted. You can see someone's already dropped gear. Now, if you keep running straight instead of left here, there's actually another ground stash, which I skipped. And then you head towards the next part of the rock up here. And there's one more tin stash just here in the rubble. And then once you're done, you extract out. Now, we spawned at railway, so this exfil's not going to be good for us. We have to run all the way back. If you want to get spicy like I do, run underneath Interchange, kill scavs. I even come across a PMC. And just like that, I ended up making just under 500,000 rubles for that one raid. Roughly about half an hour, and I wasn't really pushing it that fast. So 5,000 experience, quite a few scav kills, almost 500,000 rubles in my stash, which you'll see here. And hey, if you like this video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.